All right. While we're sitting here with our drink, I have a couple questions for you. What is one thing that you wish residents would understand better?
So that's a great question, Brandy. Thank you for asking. And I think that there are a lot of things going on in this city, and it's tough to keep up on everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I really encourage residents to sign up for the newsletters from the city, to attend city council meetings, and also to reach out to me, email me anytime. I'm happy to answer any questions. I think residents have a lot of concerns, and their concerns are valid. And I want our residents to know that they can always reach out and express their concerns and ask their questions, and I'm happy to answer them.
Oh, nice, nice. I like that. Okay, what's one city investment that would make it easier to raise kids here?
Well, obviously, the biggest issue, I believe, for families in Maricopa is the 347 in traffic. And so the expansion of the 347 that's going to start this summer, increasing one lane each way to three, getting rid of some of the lights on the 347 is all going to benefit our families because they have more time together, which I think is important. Then, of course, I want to make sure that we are moving forward on the loops around the city, the Green Road Loop and the Sea Farm Loop, which will also help people get around faster and get home quicker. But I think that we really need to reinvest in programming for our youth.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that when I moved here 20 years ago, there were a lot of programs for youth. There was Tiny Talk Sport. My son did cooking lessons at Copper Sky. There was the robotics club. There was the esports. And I really feel like we need to bring some of that programming back for our families so that they have something productive to do.
Yes, I like that a lot. It is true that retail follows rooftops, and we do have a lot of rooftops here. But what else are you thinking that would help in the city?
Yeah, so I think that's one thing that is difficult for people to understand is that a lot of businesses base if they're going to develop somewhere, if they're going to build somewhere, on the amount of houses and the amount of population. And so we just really have to reach certain population thresholds to get some of the things that we all want, like the Chick-fil-A, like the Target, like the Costco.
Right.
Those are all based on corporate formulas. We have no control over those. And they're going to require more rooftops. And once we get to that threshold, they will build here.
Yeah.
And we all look forward to that. I think it's important, though, in terms of rooftops, to make sure that we have uh, a diverse supply of rooftops. And I think one thing that we're missing here in Maricopa is a higher end housing component. So that the CEOs of new businesses and the doctors and those types of folks have a place that they can call home here in Maricopa. And I would really like to see us develop along those lines.
Nice. I like that idea. Okay. What's one question you would wish residents would ask the candidates more often?
We get a lot of questions. We do, and they're all great. And I love all of the questions, and I'm happy to answer all of them. But I think when you're looking at a candidate, one of the most important things you can ask them is, what are you going to change, right, if you get elected or reelected?
Mhm.
Because I can talk about the things I've done, and those are all great.
Right.
But what are you going to change once you get in that position? I think is really how you can gauge what a candidate is going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I would like to change is on the top of my priority list is to make sure that we bring back the city manager annual review process. I think that's really the linchpin in ensuring that our city runs smoothly and that our council is able to direct the business of the city through the city manager and make sure that our priorities are being implemented and really good opportunity for the city manager to get feedback about what the council thinks. And the council works for the people of Maricopa, and that's how I see it. The people of Maricopa are my bosses, and I should be able to take what they want and take it to the city manager in an annual review process, talk to the other council members, and make sure that those things are happening.
All right. Thank you, and Maria.
Lovely. Thanks for taking the time, Brandi. I appreciate it.